think it's been a little while since I was talking, so my voice sounded a little bit hoarse. Um, but, you know, hoarseness comes with it. Anyway, so I did my makeup. Look, I've got like lipstick that matches my eyes, that matches my hair. I'm such a nerd. And I got some jewels on my teeth, and I got a gold tooth back there. So, you know, trying to keep stylish in my own way. I mean, my way is not necessarily anyone else's way, but that doesn't matter, does it? So, yeah, I have no idea why I even wanted to come on and talk. So, how about we talk about art then? I mean, okay, so I have been feeling like painting finally, like it's starting to come back. And I just need to like send pictures like to work from over to the printer so that I have like, you know, something the same size that I'm looking at and working from. And I don't know. I don't know what's stopping me. I don't know. It's weird. Like, there's, right now, I even have drawn up, like, a hand holding some moss that I found on Instagram somewhere. And then, like, I have these two pictures downloaded of this amazingly, just beautiful, beautiful girl. Like, I cannot describe. Her lips are like, I don't know, like fruit. Like fruit. They're just beautiful. So I cannot wait to paint them. Oh my god. I mean, like, it's not a sexual thing as much as just a like, oh my god, this girl is so beautiful, and like just the shape of her face is incredible. And she's got beautiful coloring and amazing hair. Come on, come on, I can do this. I can do this. I just gotta print them out, get them going. Yet instead, I'm like putting on makeup and making videos. That's okay, huh? Right? What did I do creative today? Okay, so here's something that I can focus on. What did I do creatively today? Well, I put makeup on. Also, I played with my spider and I named her Sophia. She, I think, I don't know if she's actually she, is a little jumping spider. I haven't even found out what kind of jumping spider. I am such a bad spider mama. And my tarantula, she molted again, and she molted like maybe a few days ago, and so she still hasn't come out and made like a hole yet. I don't think. I can look. Nope, she's still hanging out inside her little cave of cocoa fiber, whatever. Got my little laptop. So what did I do? What did I do today? Okay. Let's see. I cleaned because I got to my... I should turn off this backlighting. That'll work. Oh, and then you can see my paintings up there. And look, I put this thing above my bed. And Bob gave me for a Mother's Day, I guess. He gave me this beautiful silk blue ombre sheet or not sheet, like shawl that I put on there instead because I don't really wear shawls during the summer, as you might imagine. And then there's this amazing piece of dyed silk that I got at Hunter's school, and that I use that to tie back. Ooh. I just found a little bell. So I've got to tie that on something, right? So over here, let's see. Kind of see it. My glasses are kind of in the way. That's not going to work. It's not a very good sound. Like, it's not. It's not a very good sound. I don't know where to look with my camera like this. It's just, it doesn't have a very good ring. Maybe I will put the wee bell hanging with Mama Bell there, and perhaps their sound will get together. Meanwhile, I'll put that into the tack container. So let's see. I cleaned a lot, and went outside and watched Bob shoot off fireworks, put away laundry. Did I do anything like specifically creative? Downloading books on the Kindle for Hunter. Damn dog, I'm totally not coming up with anything. Well, I've got to fix that. I guess I cleaned my terrarium, my mossariums. I need to like really show you guys. I guess she sleeps so hard, Sophia, the spider. She sleeps so hard that I'll probably not bother her. Oh. These things are heavy. See what I can get. My flashlight. There we go. Alright. Now, this is the trick to see. Got that long hair. I didn't get all the way up. I'm gonna fix my hair first because it is bugging me. There we go. Alright. Oh, that's really bright. But that's seeable, kind of. Oh, but so is that. Alright. Well. No. That's just too warm and too dark. So, I guess we'll just see if this will work. Alright, so I've got like... No, you're not seeing any details at all. Or backlighting, maybe? No. That's too bad. Oh, hey. A little bit from the front. So I've got some stones in there that have moss in or on them. I've got a philodendron. I think it's a heart leaf, but they don't look like hearts. So maybe it's not. And I don't know where she's bedded down. She had a little nest underneath that one leaf that's closest to me. Ooh, I'm making weird faces and you can't see it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not like not doing anything. I'm not. This is not a video. That's so ridiculous. Alright, well, let me see if I can tell you a story. Now, are there any stories from my youth that I can share with you that's not inappropriate? Okay, I got one. So, we grew up on the mainland near Galveston. As you can tell, everything there refers to, the islands, because that's where everybody went, because Houston was too far away. And I was born there, and so we're like 6 generations of my family. And I'm putting stuff on my fingernails right now while I'm talking to you. And so, we had a really cool group of friends in our teens. And I think about them a lot lately because, you look back on, you look back on your friends and you like wonder at them with current eyes, and like I did some weird stuff, but like, you know, it wasn't even that I'm like wondering at. I'm like wondering at like, um, you know, we were really like inclusive. I mean, I guess that's not weird because we were a bunch of like freaks and weirdos and punks and stuff. But like, you know, gender, queerness, religion, skin color, I already said gender. The only thing we weren't like super inclusive of were non-gamers, which I was a non-gamer. Okay, I mean, sure, I played some D&D, or I guess what I played was Vampire the Masquerade. It was fun. It was fun. But I like did it once, whereas my other friends were always doing them, always doing games like constantly. I mean, there were other girls in the group that just didn't game, and or that did game. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. There were some like me that were not gamers. I'm trying to think of who though. Me and my sister, pretty much. Can you even hear me? Let's see. Me and my sister, my friend Julie. I don't think she gamed really. Heather didn't really either. Oh, cool. Okay, so I had a crew of girls that were with me that also didn't game. So, you know, we didn't have much to do because there was like usually like nothing to do. Like there was not like, I mean, we were teenagers. There was nowhere to go. There was nothing for us unless we wanted to go to like the 24. I don't even think there was a 24-hour Walmart there. I mean, you have to remember this was like 92, 3, and 4, maybe. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, right in there. And okay, so sometimes we would do things like go to cemeteries. And I remember my friend Joey Flowers was always, and we always say both of his names, whatever. Joey was with us, and I think Amber, and that's my sister. I can't remember who all. I definitely remember him because he was really into this. We all went to a cemetery, and we like sat on the graves, and we like looked at them, and like figured out, like kind of thought about like who these people were, and we like sort of created stories around them. You know, like minoring in mediumship. I don't know. And then we would like we picked a few graves, and we like sat around and like caught them up on like current events, like since the time they had died until like, you know, then. Something to do on a Saturday night. And I think it was like Lamarck or Hitchcock, Texas, something like that. I mean, we were out in the woods. Yeah, we were out in the woods. So, and then, so that was fun. That was like simple, easy fun. We didn't really do that very often. We went another time. Oh my God, this one is good. This one is good, y'all. So, I remember Doc was with us. And I'm trying to think of who else. Maybe Whit, Amber. Maybe if she sees this, she can remind me who all was there. I remember I remember Doc was there just because I had feelings for him, and I could see the memories. And I think Whit was there because he was the one with the flashlight, which, okay. So anyway, we were going to this old blimp base in Hitchcock where the I mean, the blimp was there until they built the one in Houston, I think is the case. And it was all deconstructed, so there wasn't a hangar where the big towers were. I mean, they were tall, tall. Um, there was a hangar where there was a ton of hay, which was so fun because we like got up and we slid on it and we like tried to climb the top of the tallest one, which I swear was like 3 or 4 stories high. It was amazing. I don't know how they got them way up there, probably with like VRs or something, or whatever. Cherry pickers? Yeah, it would probably be a VR. Isn't like a VR like a forklift, or can't a VR be like a forklift that's really really tall? I'm not sure. I am not. I like driving a Bobcat, but that's about my heavy machinery experience. Anyway, so a group of us went out to the blimp base, the old blimp base, and it also there was like a attached like recreation center for the it was like a World War II, and maybe I think it's got to have been like Korea, etc. Like a rec center for the military when they would dock in Galveston. So maybe it's Navy. Anyway, doesn't matter. You guys can look this stuff up if you're really that interested. So we went out. We went out there, and at least 2 different times that I can think of, and I'll tell you both of these stories. And so we go to one of the towers, and we're like, okay, we're gonna climb it with our one flashlight and like 6 people. Oh, good lord! How we didn't die is just completely beyond me. Like, mm, mm. Okay, so we climb up, and these ladders are just rebar that has been bent and like stuck into these giant cement walls. Cement walls. And sorry, I said it like my mom, and it sounds too much like semen for my comfort. Cement. Anyway, so I don't know how they built this thing. Like, they had to have, like, oh man, I can't even. Like, it was so tall. I mean, it was. I wish I knew. It was like 20 stories tall or something. Seems about right. Okay, so every like floor, or like the ceiling was like 20 feet high, and so these rungs went straight up the wall. I'm not even kidding, just like straight up the wall, because of course they're on the wall. And there's the 6 of us and our one flashlight. And I don't even know how. I think it was Doc was holding it because he was the head man. And you would go all the way up this wall, and then you'd get out, and you'd get onto the like the landing there, and there were like bones, like owls had been living in there, and there was like shit and bones everywhere. But we like checked that out, but then we like kept going, like of course we did. We wanted to get to the top, but like it was like harrowing, and like we would go up and then over and then up and then over and then keep going, and it was like, I don't even know. Like, I would have to go look that up because that's just amazing that we did that. I think that they have since probably destroyed them or like made them inaccessible because we walked right through. Like, I think there is whatever, a security guard, but like we just didn't use flashlights and we walked in the dark through the fields. How would he catch us? And I say he, but it was probably a he. Like, whatever. And we got up to the top, and we could see Galveston and Houston. I mean, we were way up there. And this was kind of before, like, the cities in between made a whole lot of light. Not really, but we were probably seeing, like, the I-45 corridor. Probably. I don't know. We felt like we were seeing Houston, like the buildings of Houston. We were probably seeing the light of Houston. Anyway, so, I didn't really have any ability to, like, conceive of how high up we were. So I threw a rock off so I could hear how high up we were, because I understood that as far as like conceiving of space is like sound and stuff. And it took forever for the rock to hit the ground. That was so cool and so scary, because we were like, we have to climb down. I think it was not long after that we were like, maybe it was my ex there. The only bad one I've had. Okay, so anyway, another time we went to, or maybe that time too. Anyway, we went to the next door building at least 2 times, and we had like the first time we did not even have a flashlight. We had why my friend Whit had an oil lantern in his vehicle, I have no idea. But we were like we called it adventuring, which is a great name for it. We would go adventuring and not even like think to bring flashlights. Like, how fucking teenager is that? Perfectly sums up teenagers, right? Like going adventuring without safety gear or like flashlights or anything. Okay, so we go into this so we go into this building, and we've got this oil lantern, and we start going around, and then all of a sudden Wit is like, you guys, I really don't feel good about this. Like, this is not smart, and this is not safe. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. What do we do now? Let's leave, come back with flashlights. So we did that. We drove whatever it was to the closest house. I don't know, maybe it was Dave's. And we got flashlights and went back, and we had our friend Rob with us, and Rodney was with us as well. And Rob is half black and Rodney is black. And the only reason I bring this up is because we found out later, after adventuring through this building for probably a couple of hours, that the Klan met there in the field behind it. Like, we were so horrified. So it was like disgust, and then like thinking about what might have happened had we gone out there, been adventuring around in this fucking building, and then like the Klan shows up, and we're a mixed group, and we're out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we're just kids, but still, I mean, dude, like, oh god. And they literally, like, it was a Friday night that we went, that's what it was, and then we heard that they met there on Thursday nights or something. God, that was terrible. It was terrifying. Anyway, so we were in this house. Horrible, frightening part aside. Nothing bad happens. We're just a bunch of dumb kids. So we break in. I mean, we just moved some boards. We break in. We're not the first there. I mean, there's no one else there then, but we're not the first to have done this. So we get in, and we end up in this, like, pool room, and there's, like, a pool, and it's, like, half full of black water, and we're like, oh God, I wonder how many bodies are down there. Like, and now, like, in retrospect, there might have been. I mean, I didn't smell or anything, but, I mean, the water was black, and nobody's gonna dredge a pool for whatever. Anyway. Okay, so Joey Flowers, again, found this really cool bottle, and it was like, maybe a gallon and a half or something. Maybe it was in liters. I don't know. It was like one of those jug style, and it was amber in color. And he was like, "Oh, this is really awesome. I'm gonna take it home." So he's like, "Oh, there's water in it." So he like takes off the lid, and he like goes to pour it out on the like on the pool deck, and it starts sizzling. And there's acid in this bottle. There's acid in this bottle that's making the contents of the that are settled on this dirty ass deck like sizzle into death. And he drops it and runs. I have no idea where he went. I literally don't even know. Like, I don't even think he was out by the cars. We were like, where did Joey go? So he's just like, screw this, I am out of here. Bye bye. And so we just keep adventuring on, laughing at this. It's not a ghost, it was not a genie, it was just acid that was probably for cleaning the pool filters, right? Didn't they use like muriatic sulfuric acid for cleaning pool filters back then? Anyway, so we go through, and there's like weird taxidermy and like financial statements from the 80s, and like a huge basketball court ballroom, like theater with a stage and a backstage, and we like go through all of those. There's several, like I think there's like two stories. Yeah, two stories. So we went upstairs and went through all the rooms. It was kind of gross and super creepy. I mean, on a creep scale, I would give it a solid 8. Because there were no ghosts that I was aware of. There wasn't any, like, blood or, like, actual death. I mean, other than, like, rodents from owls. And taxidermy. Really in really bad shape. There was a deer that was, like, half on its shell. So that was like one of our like super fun and super cool adventuring stories. I still like Joey Flowers just dropping that damn bottle and leaving. This sweet boy, oh my god. He used to hold the Bible to his wounds. When I found that out, I was like, you do what? Because I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school for 12 years. He was Baptist, I guess? Or at least raised so. And I guess, like, his teenage years, after too, he was just kind of, he's always been kind of weird. Oh my god. But he still held the Bible to his wounds, so he still had faith. God love him. I mean, the rest of us, I don't know how he managed all that. We had some weird, like, pot smoking Jesus freaks every now and then. Like, one of our friends, like, went total, like, vegetarian Jesus freak, but still smoked weed because it was a plant that was put on the land by God. Okay. And he was also a separatist, but dating a Mexican girl? That doesn't work. What? Whatever. He, like, stopped being racist after we, like, talked to him a lot about, like, his stupid beliefs. Thankfully, because poor her, man. Like, it must have really sucked to date a guy who, like, while you were together, claimed to be a separatist. Separate then? Or, like, GTFO? I don't know, but he's fine now. I mean, we were a bunch of, like, we went to shows a lot, and we went to punk shows a lot, and grunge, and, I mean, it was the 90s. And we had a group of friends, punk friends, who specifically, like, we were a blended group. And when we would go to shows, like, it was kind of like, I don't remember ever being told this, but, like, maybe somebody said, like, hey, if you see any Nazis, let me know. And so we would, so, like, the girls, I say, because we, like, the guys, maybe, I don't know, I would find the Nazis in the crowd and, like, point them out to my punk friends. And then there would be a reckoning wherein the girls would be removed to a safe place, and they would explain how things were going to be to the individuals who were not welcome. And like many punks in the 90s, we helped to clear the area and all of the we helped there not be Nazi punks, you know, like they would come in and like ruin a punk scene. Like make like if you gotta have a punk scene, make your own. Like don't come to our shows, you are not welcome. And I didn't really ever follow up on those stories from the men's side of things. Anyway, there are some stories from my past that are not too untoward, and I think that 30 minutes is is way long enough for you guys to have listened to me just sort of ramble, right? Right. All right. Like, and subscribe. I think this is on the right side. Let's see. Anyway, like and subscribe, whichever side it is on. And I will keep making videos about randomness and my life and my HEDS and art, creativity. Maybe this will keep me honest about doing creative things, because I need to paint. Right after I stop this, I am going to print those things out that I need. I don't know how I'm gonna quite shape things in the painting yet, but it's gonna happen because she's beautiful and she deserves to be painted. Okay. I love you. You are loved. It'll be okay, no matter what happens, and we'll be together. If on here or in person, whatever. So, be good. No, don't be good. Be good at it.